By working, I would say 30 hours less a week, I actually gained three clients. So two of them are six-figure profit clients, and one of them is like a five-figure but easy client to work with. So, and I found a partner to help me with my business. So I'm partnering now. But all of that happened actually in the last 2 weeks of my workshop. Okay, so name Daniel Buetler, from Switzerland. I have multiple businesses. So one is an e-commerce for tailor-made suits. One is a software business, and one is an accounting business. I'm partner, co-owner. I had this way of working way too many hours a week, like I worked 60, 70 hours a week, I would say. But it was more staying busy rather than doing work because it was my comfort zone. I was like, oh, I like it. It's nice to work, blah, 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 blah. But you just didn't do the work that really mattered, number one. And you had to realize in this workshop, I think there was the big breakthrough that I basically just lied to myself. So, first of all, I worked now roughly 30 hours a week, 30 to 35 hours a week. Had a bit more free time, which is always nice. But at the same time, by working, I would say 30 hours less a week, I actually gained three clients. So, two of them are six-figure profit clients, and one of them is like a five-figure but easy client to work with. And those are long-term contracts, right? So the six-figure contract is for 5 years. But all of that happened actually in the last 2 weeks of my workshop. I feel for sure more balanced. Privately, for sure improved relationships, right? Because I have more time, I'm less stressed. Business is really going well and growing, and I feel I have more focus back on what I need to do. Again, stepping out of the comfort zone and actually put in the work even after the arena. I mean, I tried some self-coaching programs. I think what everybody tries, right? They're like, oh, we have ChatGPT, we have OpenClaw, we have Claude. Should be able to do work with those guys, right? I tell them who I am, what I do, and blah blah blah, and I should be able to coach myself somehow by myself with a little help. But that is just wrong because nobody calls you bullshit. AI is tries to be nice, right? That's AI's job. You can tell them 100 times, be blonde, be whatever, tell me whatsoever, right? But in general, any AI model is trying to stay nice to you. It doesn't really call you bullshit, right? It's not like Itamar who says, hey, that's not right. You got to rethink. That's not true. And I think that's the difference, right? If you go through a program with somebody like Itamar, you have somebody that actually really calls your bullshit out. And AI does not do that. It's a blind spot. You know that, right? For me, I think it's a blind spot, right? If you try to do things yourself or with certain coaches, they don't show you your blind spot. And with the arena, the thing that is really highlighted are the blind spots you have. And once you fix those, everything becomes better. But then again, in 2 years, you have new blind spots, so you should go again. What helped me a lot is the lower self and the higher self, right? So you have to name them. So by me, it's the Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny, right? Roadrunner is the lower self, and Bugs Bunny is the higher self, right? And Roadrunner because you keep running around in the desert without real target, but you keep running and you always keep running. And Bugs Bunny because I felt he's a relaxed person, and whatever problem comes, he kind of solves it naturally without stress. So just realizing in what mode you are right now, helps you to switch it back. So I can really realize now quickly and say, hey, I'm in a roadrunner mode. I'm just running around headless, and then you stop and like, hey, I need to go back to my Box Bunny mode. And that is private and business, right? Because in both, in private, you try, oh, I need to do this, and you just start running around like a headless chicken or a road runner. And in business, the same. You just sometimes stay busy, just doing things, filling your time. I think you should do it every 2 years, because every 2 years you probably have new challenges. You probably back a little bit in a comfort zone, even though the comfort zone is now higher. You know what I mean? Even though you leveled up and maybe your comfort zone is now higher, now even in business. So you maybe made 1 million and now you make 2 million, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what I want, and I'm comfortable. But most entrepreneurs or people that are in business, they still want to grow, or they want to secure or something. If your first time has been a while ago and your business or your person changed, right? You do in 2 years, you change normally. It's almost a must, I feel, that you actually go again after like around 2 years. I think everybody should go again after 2 years, because you are in a different place. So, and if you want to go to the next level, you should do the course again. Even though the program feels similar and the worksheet and the calls seem similar, it's you who's different.